Eldar versus Orks, contact loss at 1850 points. So, went up against this fantastic Grot army. Everything's kind of modeled as Grots. They're Orks, of course, but it's really fun. So we've got some tank busters, and in that truck, we've got some looters in that wagon there. We've got some Grots on the board. We've got Mega Knobs in the big vehicle here. On the right, we have another group of tank busters in the truck, and then some Grots hidden in the building. There's also 2 bombers in reserve, as well as a small group of Grots. On my side, what I have is an Exarch Crimson Hunter. I have a squad of... Oh, actually, it's the formation, aspect formation. So I've got the Warp Spiders, the Swooping Hawks, and then a group of Fire Dragons in that tank there. 2 Vipers, a group of Wraith Guard with D-size, and then 2 groups of jet bikes, but I basically proxied them as the scatter laser bikes, so I really wanted to try them out and basically see how they went. So I managed to get first turn, fired a bunch of shots into the truck there, destroyed it, and the tank busters jumped out. I fired a massive volley into the Luda's wagon, and it didn't do anything. So I failed completely with the scatter lasers, unfortunately. Now, if I don't focus fire and manage to kill off the Ludas at the very beginning of the game, I kind of lose track of them, and they just start to pick off my units, unfortunately. So in future games, I have to concentrate on that. So I captured a few objectives that I was required to. The Mega Knobs drove up with their vehicle, jumped out, and assaulted the Wave Serpent, which spilled out my Wraith Guard with the D-Scythes. Some shooting, of course, here and there, and I managed to lose a Viper and an entire squad of jet bikes. They ran off the table. That was a bit of a sad go there. That would have changed things. Moved up my Swooping Hawks. I really should have pushed forward with my Warp Spiders, but I was too cautious with them. I needed to get them in the fight. Wraith Guard used the D-size on the Mega Knobs. They should have all been destroyed. I forgot the multiple wounds. I was just excited that things were dying. They should have been totally wiped out, and that bit me in the butt for sure. Crimson Hunter completely failed to destroy the looted wagon. Bombers came on, crisscrossed over top of the Fire Dragons that jumped out to help with the Mega Knobs, and managed to kill off everybody. Some firing came up at the Crimson Hunter, forcing it to jinx, so I had to fly that one off the table next turn. And then what was going on here with the Wraith Guard is they just got shot up, and I lost a few of them. Just a occasional fire here and there. Now, continue to move forward. I managed to kill off a few of the tank... Actually, I killed off all the tank busters there on the right side. More shots going into the tank buster's vehicle on the left side, but I didn't manage to get the reveal off, so it really kind of hurt. He got lots of cover saves. Finally moving my Warp Spiders up to take out the Grots in the center there, or sorry, not the Grots, the Mega Knobs, and finally killed them off. I only had 1 Wraith Guard left. This entire group of jet bikes were pretty much wiped out. Immobilized my Wave Serpent, and my Farseer was just kind of hiding in the back to capture a specific objective. Crimson Hunter came back in on the table, angled in, and fired at the Ludas. Nothing happened again. That Exarch is going to get fired. Oh my goodness. The Ludas did fire in, of course, on the jet again, but at the bottom left there was a group of tank busters. They captured an objective down there, and they're going to cause a bit of a ruckus as well. My Crimson Hunter moved in behind the bomber, which didn't do too much damage except for wiping out most of my Warp Spiders, but really not causing any damage to it other than a hull point, which was really frustrating. The big truck there just kind of, or the battle wagon just kind of moved around, giving angles of fire to the various different units. Tank busters jumped out to hold that objective, and the truck moved back to get Linebreaker. So I'm holding Linebreaker with my Farseer. He's got it with his. The Warp Spiders continue to fall back as they're getting shot at, not being able to rally at all. And really, my Crimson Hunter is just failing left, right, and center. Big and you can kind of see the bomber moving around and finishing off my poor warp spider. Truck goes up to basically get into a position to tank shock my jet bike, and the tank busters are pretty much all set there. My Farseer, of course, just moved out of the way from the tank shock. Tank busters moved up to fire and just caused a little bit more damage here and there. And this truck moved up into the center to capture an objective. Because he moved out of my deployment zone, I managed to maintain a tie. I was really worried. I'm like, oh no, he's going to keep that truck there. He's going to have line breaker, and then he's going to move something else up to capture that objective because it was one of his objective cards. But thankfully, he moved the wrong unit and secured a tie. So it's a moral victory with only having like 2 units on the table left alive. Whew, that was a tough one. I have to say, wow, I'm really disappointed with my rolls with those scatter lasers. They should have caused so much more damage. And that Crimson Hunter was just left, right, and failing everywhere. Wow, excellent game though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye now.